Okay, so Dan Sileo said a bunch of things real casually, like just in passing. One, Jimmy Garoppolo started throwing 2 weeks ago. News to me. Also, that he's been throwing intermediate passes and he's now trying to work on the deep ones. Wow. To me, that sounds like ahead of schedule. But no, according to Dan Sileo, forget training camp. Not going to be ready for the start of training camp. Won't even be ready for the start of the regular season. Probably going to miss the first 4 weeks. All news to me. And he says this is further reason that Tampa's the best fit because they don't need Jimmy Garoppolo to play at all this year. I mean, I guess that logic makes sense. He's also saying that a lot of this depends on the Deshaun Watson thing in Cleveland, but if Cleveland needs a starter, then why would they need Jimmy? Why would they want Jimmy if he's going to miss so much time? That part doesn't add up to me, but I'll ask him. What do you think about Jimmy G's timetable according to Dan Sileo?
I mean, he said that there's very little chance that he'd be ready for camp and that there's a strong possibility that he would miss 4 games.
4.
Now, think about this. What's been floated around, and Dan Sileo wasn't the first person I've heard this from people that I actually trust. The Deshaun Watson suspension is not going to be anywhere near as far or as long as people believe. Yeah. It'll be maybe an 8 to 10 game thing, but then they'll stretch it and then they'll appeal it down. And then that completely makes sense for Jacoby Brissett to be there and start for a few games and just wait for Deshaun Watson. And why would you trade for Jimmy Garoppolo and just add that on when you're already paying Baker Mayfield to play in Carolina? Yeah. You're paying Jacoby Brissett. And you're still paying Deshaun Watson his bonus money, even if he gets suspended. It doesn't go against your cap, but they moved a lot of his stuff to bonuses so he gets money, I guess, to kind of brace for who knows. Remember, it was floated out there, indefinite suspension. And that's from, I believe it's Steve Weish of NFL Network broke that down very well. That was a really good report. And that was something I didn't know, which kind of put Cleveland out of there for me. But the whole timetable of him not being ready for camp and then 4 games, now the 49ers, what do you do? Like, why would you hold on to him now if, one, he's not going to be there for camp? You're going to roll Trey for 4 games and then what? Just turn it back over to Jimmy Garoppolo? Like, if that is the case, and it's true, and we don't know if that's true. This is just what he said.
We don't know. We give him the benefit of the doubt because he named his sources and no one ever does that. So thank you.
For sure. So if that is true, then the 49ers can't keep him. You just can't. Because if he's on the roster week 1, guess what? All of his money is his.
Guaranteed.
I don't get it. That's the part that if he's right about, the 49ers have a really quick decision they have to make if that's true.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look, it seems like Cleveland or Tampa could sort of save them from a very, very difficult decision. But if Tampa doesn't come through, if Dan's wrong, the Niners would have to either admit they were wrong finally and cut him, which they don't like to do, or really hold him for a very long time and hope that he's 100% healthy right before the trade deadline and some team wants him. I mean, that's like shooting the moon. Good luck with that. So I guess it's pretty much, and again, hold on. If you're Tampa and you're looking around, let's say Cleveland, let's say Deshaun doesn't get suspended for the whole year and it's down to basically Tampa or no one. Why do you even need to trade? Like, can't you just wait for him to get cut? What am I giving you? I'm bidding against myself already. I don't understand it.
I'm going to say something that's really going to piss some people off or get people worried. But if the 49ers don't have a trade person, I don't think they're going to cut him, even though they should, in my opinion.
I agree with that. The person I talked to that I trust the most, former coach, really knows the league very well. He feels the same way. It's like, man, they've said it publicly so many times that they're not going to cut him. It would be one hell of an explanation to try to tell fans why they said they wouldn't do it and then did it 4 months after they should have. I mean, it's just easier to hold on indefinitely. And if you trade him eventually, say, well, it was all worth it. And if you don't, just be like, well, you know what? Our quarterback room isn't that expensive. You know, the Rams quarterback room was like $45 million last year. And it could be,
that's one
at
guy.
least we got a strong quarterback room. At least you'll never have to see Nate Sudfeld play football. That's what they'll say.
Yeah, they will. And, you know, in terms of money, you can break it down that way, right? Like one quarterback, the highest paid quarterbacks, they make more than the entire room of all three. And if they want to keep property. Right. So it's just not
feasible, man. I mean, yeah. But of course, John Lynch and Kyle will dispute that and be like, no, we got a solid culture. We're above that. We won't let that happen. Hey, man, we'll see. Because it seems like Trey Lance gets a lot of flack for nothing. He can't do anything well enough. And that's because Jimmy's still here. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And they also have put themselves in a spot where they can go back to Jed York's comments. We're prepared to hold on and keep Trey off for 2 years. We're prepared to pay for, so they always have that to go back to. And then they always have the Kyle and John comments to go back to of you just don't let good quarterbacks go for no reason. And then, some teams don't have one good quarterback. So yeah, it's a scenario that the more that this dries up his market, the more that it could actually happen. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that.
Anyway, just to recap, started throwing 2 weeks ago, according to Dan Sileo. Won't be ready for training camp, won't be ready for the regular season. I never thought the Niners would have an actual quarterback competition. I think what they want to do is keep Jimmy Garoppolo in bubble wrap until some team makes a bad decision, essentially. And maybe Tampa's going to be that. Dan's like, I love Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm a Jimmy Garoppolo fan. I'm like, okay.
Those Italians, they stick together, man. Yeah, hey. That's deep.
Yeah, I'm only a quarter Italian. I guess that's why I'm not a Jimmy Garoppolo fan. Sorry.